Fellas, you gotta understand, behind closed doors is where everything happens. Everything you see in front of you, right? Like like on some Matrix shit, isn't real. The things that you see, a lot of young ladies say in public and on social media, especially because we all see these videos of a lot of young ladies talking about he has to do A to get B so he can do C. You know what I'm saying? It's like an equation of what he's gonna do so she can do whatever the hell. And all of this ridiculousness, and it just kind of seems like they're trying to make themselves seem like this queen or some shit like that. You know, if you guys watch, I've been watching what is it, Game of Thrones lately, like Daenerys. You know, they want to act like that. Yeah, I'm a nerd, guys. Okay, so yeah, my girl got me on that show. But anyway, they act like they are some sort of hard to attain, hard to reach. He has to be this super unachievable blueprint of a man for me to get with him, when all in reality, behind closed doors, all of that goes completely out of the window. It is completely null and void when she deals with that man that she is sexually attracted to. Now, one thing about it is that's not, you know, don't go too far with it, fellas, okay? Because I'm not going to try to demean or take away anything that a lot of these young ladies say, because, yeah, there should be healthy boundaries. That includes men and women, okay? But a lot of the stuff that they say and a lot of their superficial requirements it's just a bunch of BS, right? I'm gonna get into it. This is Ther Talks. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but of course you're here with me. Why not? Let's chop it up. Why not? Let's talk about it. Okay? And no, guys, I'm not Italian. I'm Arabic. I get a lot of questions asking what my ethnicity is. I'm Arabic, and I got a little bit of Turkish in there. Problem solved, okay? So anyway, yeah, a lot of chicks are going to say what they're not gonna do, and this whole time there's a guy in the background that she is completely tossing that everything, all of those requirements of he has to spend this much on a date, he has to take me to this place. We all remember the infamous I don't go to cheesecake on the first date because it's beneath me chick, and a lot of guys were enraged. Yes, it is annoying, and like, cheesecake is not cheap, right? Cheesecake is not like McDonald's or something. You're gonna spend a good little amount, especially you get one or two drinks, you're already past $50. For my Europeans, I don't know how many euro that is, but $50. Put it in Google, dollars to euro, okay? And that's just one or two drinks. It's already past $50, you dig? That same broad, right? That same chick that was talking about I don't let guys take me to cheesecake for the first date and stuff like that. There was a guy in the past, right? There was a guy in the past that she let hit for a cheeseburger, right? She let this dude hit for chicken wings. This guy probably didn't even have a place to stay. He probably didn't even have a place to stay. And that's another thing too. A lot of these chicks are like, he has to have his own mansion and he has to live in a 3-story, you know, like very unattainable, superficial things. And a lot of guys, they're like, dang, you know, a lot of these chicks are just delusional, which a lot of them kind of are, okay? A lot of them kind of are, and they get humbled in life at some point, right? Because if you are coming with a list of demands, but you yourself don't fit that criteria, it's just not going to happen. No millionaire with a 3-story crib is going to take some chick that is, you know, just your run-of-the-mill chick and run-of-the-mill Keisha walking around in the street, you know, or run-of-the-mill Bethany walking around in the street, or Maria, whatever your demographic is. No millionaire is gonna do that, you know. So the thing about it is, these same chicks saying that you gotta have a 3-story crib and all of this ridiculous stuff, They let a guy that doesn't even have a place to stay hit at some point in their life. Some point in their life, they let a guy that does not even have anywhere to sleep, doesn't even have, got an air mattress with air maxes right next to him. They let that guy hit for absolutely nothing. And this is where that kind of real raw human nature comes in with these chicks. A guy that they're really sexually attracted to, that all of that stuff behind closed doors just does not apply. It just does not apply, because what happens, the strategy that a lot of these chicks use, and I'm not saying all, once again, I'm not saying all, guys, please do not think this is all of them, but a lot of them, there's enough of them for me to be saying this. What they'll do is they'll have one guy spending money on this and taking them out on dates that, and then they have the other guy that just comes straight to the crib. They have another guy that just comes straight to the crib. He really doesn't have to do much. The most that he did was probably take her out for a drink, maybe at a bar or something like that, right? Probably the first meetup was like a simple ass bar. He probably bought her a drink or two, and bam, that's really all it took. Now there's another guy that she's been, and this is unfortunate. This is unfortunate, guys. You guys need to know this type of stuff. There's a guy that she's been literally making him wait for months. 4 months. He's pulling out all the stops. He's pulling out all the kind gestures. He's helped her do this. He's helped her move, the infamous story of the guy that helped it, shout out Ron Wills. This was a long ass time ago when he kind of first started. This video probably came out more than 5 years ago. I'm not sure. Where he was talking about a guy that was helping this chick set up her gym equipment and furniture and all that good stuff. And he was waiting patiently this whole time. She was letting some guy come and smash her, and he smashed her on the gym equipment that the other guy built. Yeah, this kind of, and I don't necessarily remember if this story was necessarily true, but it might as well be true, because this kind of stuff does happen. And you guys need to be cognizant of this type of stuff. Now, I don't want you to have some type of effed up outlook on dating and, females, but you need to be cognizant of this type of stuff. If she's, and a lot of these chicks, let me tell you guys something, a lot of these chicks tell on themselves. They'll tell you about the other guy they're seeing like it's a badge of honor or something, right? So if you're the type of guy that's doing this whole courting, and don't get it twisted, if it's for the right woman, cool. If it's for the right one, that's completely fine. If she's holding up her end of the bargain, that's completely fine. But a lot of these chicks, like I said, they'll brag about the guy on the side that they're, I swear to God, like it's insane. And honestly, it's cool. It's a blessing, because she's telling you she's seeing another dude that's banging her, right? And at that moment, you could be like, okay, yeah, I'm not doing anything else for this chick. She can come to the crib, have a sip, or whatever the case is, or she could get lost. And for those type of guys that they get intimate with real fast, we've all heard the 90-day rule and the ridiculous. See, the more rules that a chick is gonna throw at you, the more you're gonna know that she's not really sexually attracted to you like that. Now, of course, like I said, there's healthy boundaries. There's boundaries. There's respect boundaries. And that's something that's natural. That's something you and her have to have. Okay? That's something you and her have to have. But if she's throwing all of these I'm talking about superficial requirements, like you have to spend X amount of dollars and you have to take me to an upscale type of restaurant. Like, it's, you got to ask yourself, do you even know this chick like that? You know, do you even know this chick for you to be taking her on $100+ date? Like, do you even know her for all of that? Now, later on down the line, when you guys get together and she proved that she's actually attracted to you and stuff, oh yeah, that's no problem. If you want to spend some guap on her, by all means. But in the beginning, when you guys barely even know each other and she's talking about, you have to take me to Ruth Chris, and I'll cock my head, but what? Y'all know that that meme of that dude talking about some doing that dude with the black dude with the backwards hat, or the hat with the earring, and he talking about some, he's a battle rapper, by the way. I think his name is Conscious, right? Or Conceited. His name is Conceited. That's his name. Because the thing about it is, with these type of rules, the message that she's conveying is, you need to prove yourself to me, and I don't really have to do anything. That's exactly the message that it's conveying. Like, what are you gonna do for me? And that kind of puts her in a position of, oh, this guy has to take me to Ruth Chris just so I can give him a kiss on the cheek at the end of the night. Meanwhile, she has a guy in the background that doesn't have to do any of that. And a lot of these manosphere videos came about because of this fact. And it's messed up, because even though I said that sometimes these chicks will snitch on themselves and talk about the other guy that they're seeing, which, in my opinion, fellas, thank that girl, right? In your head, not in real life. Don't think in real life. Be like, yeah, thank you for telling me about the guy that you're smashing on the side. Thank you for telling me about the guy that's blowing your back out when you leave from this Ruth Chris dinner. I'm not talking about that. In your head, thank her, because she's actually telling you the truth. A lot of chicks are not. A lot of them are not even going to tell you this. They're going to keep it a secret in the background because they want to save their virtue. Once again, uphold this whole I have rules and boundaries type of image, you know? So, and that's the thing that pisses a lot of people off, because that's lying by omission. She's going to tell you that she's trying to save it and stuff like that, but this whole time she's getting banged on in the back, and that's lying by omission. You know? And the thing about it is, there's certain nuances. Hey, look, if she does have certain type of boundaries and stuff like that, but she's holding up her end of the bargain, that's completely fine. What do I mean by holding up the end of her bargain? That means, what is she doing? Right? Is she hitting you up? Is she she offering to pay stuff her damn self? Is she waiting out herself? Meaning she's not letting some dude on the side blow her back out on his air mattress. Cool. At that point, that's fine. If she wants traditional, she has to be traditional herself. But the problem is, where we run, the problem we run into is, a lot of these chicks want traditional treatment, and they're very untraditional. They're very unorthodox. They're very unpractical. You know, they want a guy to do all of this red carpet, treat her like a lady and stuff, which is extreme, which is fine, which I totally agree with. But on their end, they're not treating you like a gentleman, right? Meaning, if you never hit them up, you're really not going to hear from them. And when you do hit them up, guys, let me give you guys some tips here. If you're the only one that's hitting her up, you find yourself constantly hitting her up, that's probably 2 red flags in one, right? I would say that's 2 and 1, because why in the hell is she expecting you to do all of the work? I don't want to hear, oh, because the man, this, blah, blah. I don't want to hear that shit no more. Everybody got phones. She has to reach out to her damn self as well. Number 2, if every single time y'all going out, she demands some kind of high price type of deal, she's out of there, because that's more rules and stipulations, right? It's kind of like you're playing in her game, but you're losing because you're playing her game, okay? So the best way to remedy that is, like I said, see what she's putting in. Is she putting in any effort? Is she hitting you up? Is she offering to pay for stuff, right? Is she getting close to you? Because obviously you want you have romantic interest, you have intimate interest. Is she getting close to you? Is she receiving your advances? Or is she kind of like, no, you got to take me to Ruth Chris and maybe I'll give you a, stuff like that. So you have to see all of these things and go from there, because at some point you keep getting played, you have to blame yourself. And I know that kind of sucks to hear. It's the truth though. Anyway, with that being said, I hope this video helped. Let me know. Peace.